Hey there guys, welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. This is Chetan here from DevilCube and welcome back to a brand new Photoshop tutorial. This is my third Photoshop tutorial that I'm uploading, and we're going to be learning to create a simple, clean banner. And my first two tutorials again were pretty much the same thing, but trying out different stuff. So today's video we're going to be recreating this thing over here. So this was created by one of my pals on Twitter called System, which I mentioned in the previous video. So he made it for another person, for a Clash Royale player called Surgical Goblin, and as you can see, it says a member of Hammer Esports or whatever. So this is pretty simple. So let's just jump straight into the tutorial and show you how I did it. I'm just actually go and drag this onto my composition here, so I can actually have a look, and I'm just going to scale this down so I can take the color data. That's going to be pretty easy for me. Okay, so you want to do is you want to start off with the file and go to new, and you want to choose the width 1500 by 500 if you're making a Twitter header, or if you're making a banner for Facebook or YouTube, you want to choose different dimensions. So let's just actually go into Google over here and type dimensions for YouTube cover photo, whatever you want to call it. So you can download a bunch of pictures over here from Google Images and use the appropriate size. Okay, so let's get on with the tutorial. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and create our background. So I'm just going to go and I'm actually going to go shrink this down pretty much so we can actually see. So I'm actually going to press I on the keyboard to get the eyedropper tool, and I'm just going to click over here to copy that color data, and I'm going to press G on the keyboard, and I'm just going to click over here, and that's going to fill up this canvas with this color we have over here. And the next thing is we want to go ahead and create these I don't know what you call these elements over here. So I'm just going to go ahead, create a new layer, and I'm just going to press P on the keyboard, and that's going to give me my pen tool. Or you can come over here and click here to get the pen tool, and we'll go ahead and draw this. So we're going to go ahead and click over here, and then we're going to go ahead somewhere over here, and we're just going to click and drag, and that's going to give us this nice curve. And we can go ahead and click away and click back to create, and you're going to press Control Enter, and that's going to make a selection for us. Now we want to fill this with a color. So what are we going to fill it with? So I'm just going to go ahead, press I on the keyboard to get the eyedropper. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to press G on the keyboard, and I'm going to fill it up with this color, and I'm going to press Control D to deselect. Now I don't want this color because I want to choose something reddish, because that is something which will suit well with my logo. So I'm just going to go ahead and move this this arrows over here and switch it to the red side so it gets the same shade of red. I'm going to click on OK, and I'm going to fill this with this color red. Beautiful. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this by pressing Ctrl J, and I'm going to go ahead and select this shade, and I'm going to go here and bring this down to get a darker shade of red for me. I'm going to click on OK, and I'm going to press G on the keyboard to get a fill tool, and I'm going to click this up. And then I'm just going to go ahead and slowly move this up to the side. So actually I'm going to hold down Shift and move the arrow keys, and that's going to move it up right to the side for me. And that is looking pretty good and decent. Maybe I can move it down and up, a little bit here and there. Yep, that looks perfect. And actually, we're going to go ahead and make this small thing that we see over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this big one over here by pressing Ctrl J, and I'm going to go ahead, press I. I'm going to select this color over here, and I'm going to go ahead and choose the reddish version for me. I'm going to click on OK, and I'm going to press G on the keyboard to get the paint bucket tool. I'm going to click, and that's going to get me that painted version, and I'm going to put this on the bottom so it's behind, and if you see, if I move it, this is what I get. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it pretty slightly outside, and I'm going to press Ctrl T, and I'm just going to go ahead and rotate that. Actually, that's going to be a little complicated, so I'm just going to delete that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm holding Alt to zoom in, and I'm going to select the pen tool, and I'm going to create it on my own. So let's click over here. Actually, let's click from the top, okay, and over here, and we can go ahead and let's see if we can get it approximately right. Okay, that's good. And click over here, just go click around everywhere and match this up and press Ctrl Enter. And then what we can do is we're gonna go fill it up with this color. So I'm gonna press G and I'm gonna fill it up and press Ctrl D, press Ctrl O, press Ctrl Home, and that's gonna give us something like this. But as you can see, it's not too perfect or not too straight, so we can go ahead and make the changes necessarily. So I'm actually gonna go Ctrl Z everything. You want to press Ctrl Alt Z to go back a couple of times, and I'm going to select this tool, which is the direct selection tool, and I'm just going to click here. That's going to give me these anchor points, and I'm just going to go ahead and just slightly match them up a little bit more. Yep, something like that. And then press Ctrl Enter and press G and fill it up with that color. Press Ctrl D to deselect, and great, we have something that looks like this. So this is looking pretty good and decent, looking awesome. Now we can go ahead and make the text over here. Oops. Oh, looks like, oh, dang it. We're gonna go double click on this background, and that's gonna make it editable. And we're gonna go ahead, select the eyedropper tool, click on this, grab the color data, go back over here and fill this color. So yeah, that's what we have. Oh, okay, looks like we have some problem over here. So what I'm actually going to do is, okay, we actually applied it on the wrong layer. So let's just go ahead, select the magic swan tool. That's going to be this tool. By pressing W, I'm going to click on this to copy that. I'm going to press Ctrl C, and I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to press Ctrl V, and then when I hide it, you can see we have this on a separate layer. So that's what we want, and I'm just going to go ahead and just move this over to the side. Actually, save this and delete that, and yeah, okay. There's a little bit of screw up, but that's okay. Okay, so we can go ahead with the text. So we're going to go and click on this text tool, and we're going to go ahead and make our text. So I'm just going to click, and I'm going to call it actually devil cube. So devil and cube. Now pretty small. So I'm going to go and choose a nice font. So I'm going to try Gotham. I like Gotham. Gotham is a pretty cool font. Gotham gold, Gotham black, anything will do. Or we can actually choose Porter. Those are pretty good font. Anything is fine actually. And let's just select it. And we can go here and choose the character panel. If you don't have, you can go to Window and choose Character. And here in the character, we are going to go ahead and increase the size of this pretty high, and we can move this down. So we have devil and cube. Or actually, let's actually go ahead and do one thing. Let's actually make this two separate text layers. So I'm just going to name this devil. Just name it devil. We don't want the cube, and we want to make sure that this is 0. Okay, that is correct. Let's go ahead and center this out. Now the best way to center out the text is by pressing Ctrl A, and with the text layer selected and with the move tool selected, you want to click over here on these two, which is going to align them in the center. And then we can go ahead and manually move these up, and let's actually go ahead and increase this reference image that we have over here. Okay, just a small thing. Let's go ahead and select this. Okay, we can go ahead. Let's bring this up to the top. Okay. Whoops. Oh, dang, what's happening? Okay. Okay, and I'm just gonna go ahead and increase the size of this. Okay, something's wrong. Okay, anyways, doesn't matter. Ah, I see. So what we want to do is we're going to press, actually, let's select this. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to paste it on a new layer, and I'm going to delete this. And then I'm going to go ahead and just scale this up nice and sweet. And now we can go ahead and grab our text layer, and we can go ahead and align them right over here. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set this color to white. So I'm just going to go here and set this color to white, or maybe let's use the same color data. So let's make it a little bit gray, not complete white. And then we can go and shrink this down pretty much to, you know, match up with that. So around 70 pixels. That is great. And then we can go ahead and duplicate that by pressing Ctrl J, and we can go ahead and name this to cube. And we can bring this down, and let's double click on this thumbnail and set the color to this, and move my arrows to get this color, and we can go ahead and increase this pretty big, and maybe something to say around 190. I think that should do. Okay, we can go ahead and move this up, and we can just hide this layer for now. And let's actually go ahead and we're going to place it up pretty darn neat over here. Let's actually go ahead and move this side. Yep. And now we can go ahead and select cube, and we can move it up over here. Yep, that is looking great. And now I'm going to go ahead and import my logo. And now as you can see here, I have my logo over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it behind everything. And let's actually look at this. Okay, okay, so we want to go ahead and center this up over here. We're going to press Ctrl T, and we're going to scale this up pretty high, so you know it covers a lot of the text. And we're going to go ahead and reduce the opacity to say something like 10%. So that's pretty good. Let's have a look. Yeah, that is looking good. Not too bad. Let's see. Okay, this is pretty good. And maybe we can go ahead and center these up, and maybe move the devil a little bit more inside. Okay, something like that. And we can go ahead and add in all these stuff right now, which is going to be pretty simple to do. So let's just go ahead and select the line tool over here. Sorry, yep, the line tool. And I'm going to go ahead, and what is the color that was used before? Okay, we want white. So I'm just going to go ahead and set the fill to 0 and give it a white stroke with a pixel of 4 probably. And we can just go ahead and hold down shift and drag down to create this. Maybe we can go ahead and increase the pixel to say something like 10. Oops, sorry about that. Let's select the line tool over here. And what's happening? Okay, something's wrong. What seems to be the problem? Is this to 20? Pretty high. Something's not right. Okay, so let's actually delete the shape layer, and we're gonna go ahead and grab this rectangular marquee tool. We're gonna go create a new layer on top of everything, and we're just gonna go ahead and hold on and just click on that, press Ctrl, and we're gonna fill this up with white, or actually let's use this shade of white, and actually go and fill this up this color, press Ctrl D, and yep, we have something that looks like that. Let me just go ahead and place this up, pretty approximately same location. So press Ctrl T. Let's zoom in actually, that we can have a better look at all this. Whoops, what's happening? Okay. You can go ahead and shrink this down. Okay, that is looking great. And let's press Ctrl 0. We can hide this layer now, and we can go make a couple more copies. So let's press Ctrl J, and we can move that down. Okay, and we can press Ctrl J again and move that down. So I'm just holding down shift to move it up, and I'm going to actually go ahead, take these two texts and move them up, and maybe bring the devil a little bit more down. Yep, something like that. That should look better. Okay, that's looking good. Let's take the cube and the characters. Yeah, that's fine. Everything is fine. Then we can go ahead and add in our social media links over here. So you can see he's at Twitch, and he's at YouTube, and he has added Facebook, and there's a little bit over here with a few dots over here, and it's saying the member of Hammer Sports. So we can actually go ahead and reduce the size of this text over here. So we can go ahead and decrease this down to pretty much this size. Okay, and we can select this text and just move it up over here. Yeah, that looks better. I like it. You can select these two texts and move it up, so just align them properly so it looks nice and decent. Okay, then we can go ahead and add in our social media links. So I'm going to add YouTube. I'm going to add Twitter, YouTube, and Behance. So we can go ahead and just hide this layer. So let's just go ahead and make these texts real quick. So I'm just gonna go ahead and press Ctrl J to duplicate this, and I'm gonna go ahead and name this one as wait, let's actually look at the color data. So the first one is the same red color, and then we have a white color. Okay, and also, as you can see, the font is the thinner version, so that's what you want to keep in mind. And I'm going to go ahead and just call this Twitter, and we can go ahead and can shrink this down. You can hold Ctrl T and shrink it down. That's not going to be a problem. And we can go ahead and place this up right over here. You can go ahead and increase this up a little bit more. Let's actually zoom in a bit. You can have a better look. Okay, that is looking great. Actually, go ahead and set this to Porter is, I don't know, do we have a smaller? Okay, we don't have a thinner version. And let's just duplicate that. I'm going to call this YouTube. And we can go ahead and bring this down, and we could go ahead and rename, Ctrl J to duplicate, name this one to Behance. And we can go ahead and bring this down. Oops, wrong spelling of Behance. Behance. And then I'm going to go duplicate Behance. And I'm going to just go change this to my name. So that's going to be. And we can go ahead and set this color to this white. So you can just go color pick this and click on OK. And yep, maybe you can go ahead and increase the size of both the text a little bit. And Behance, we can let's actually leave it like that. And then we can go ahead and I'm going to duplicate this one. I'm going to go call this Devil Cube Tutorials. That is my Facebook name. Just going to go ahead and move this up and to the side. And let's duplicate this once again, and we can move this up. And I'm just gonna go we can call this art KVS Chaitan. Okay, and for Behance, I'm actually gonna go ahead, I'm sorry, the text, I'm gonna go ahead and add the backslash just to give it an effect. Okay, and we could go ahead and add in this text that we had over here, but I'm actually not gonna add anything. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Oh, where is the text over here? Pardon me if you hear a lot of vehicle noise. Oops. Okay, let's just go and have a look at the final version that was created. And the only thing that we have missing, let me just go put this on top of everything. Okay, so okay, on top of everything. Okay, so the only thing we're missing is this nice glow we have on top. So let's just do that. I'm gonna hide this. I'm gonna create a new layer, and actually I'm gonna go to the logo, my logo, and I'm gonna go and right click, actually double click on that, which is gonna give me the layer styles. I'm gonna go and set the outer glow, sorry, the color overlay to be white, complete white. Do I need it white? I don't know. This is gonna be tough actually. I'm gonna leave it like that, you know, guys. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Move this maybe a little bit more. I'm actually gonna go select all of these texts that I have, and even these three layers. I'm gonna press Ctrl G to group them, and if I move them around, oh, we have the text as well. I don't want the text. I'm gonna remove the text. So you can go remove that out. So we have only the social media links over here, and I'm just gonna press Ctrl T, and I'm gonna scale this up, you know, and press enter so it matches up over here, and that is looking extremely good. That is looking extremely good. And we can finish it off with a glow, so which I was mentioning. So let's click on the new layer, press B on the keyboard. It's going to get us a brush tool, and we can go ahead and choose a soft brush with a pretty good high amount of size. And if you want to increase the size, you can use the square bracket up and down, and I'm just going to click over here, which is going to give me this nice glow. Let's actually go and make this pretty high, and let's drop in something like that. And I'm going to go ahead and reduce the opacity of this to say something like 30%. Whoops, 30, not 300. This is to 50. And we could go ahead and Is this looking better? Let's have a look. Yep, it is. It's looking better. Maybe we can go ahead and move this a little bit up. Okay, great. So anything else that we want to do? Let's have a look. Everything is fine. Maybe we can go just increase the size of the text, but I don't think that's required. And maybe increase the opacity, so this to like 15. I think 5. I think 8 is good. I think I like 8. So basically this is pretty much it for this tutorial, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. And if you guys have any other questions or requests or any other tutorials you want me to make, you can contact me on my social media links, as you can see here right on the screen, or also mention a comment section in the comment below. And if you guys did like this video, feel free to give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys in my next video. So till then, take care and bye bye.